Like wave or just sit there. On my way or see you there could be the last words you ever text or say to the people you love. Texting and driving is something a lot of people do, but in a split second could change everything. I chose this topic because so many people text while they're driving, and it's something we need to stop. First, I'll tell you about some of the state's regulations with texting and driving. Second, I'll tell you about some of the technology we have and why it's dangerous. And then last, I'll tell you about how teen drivers are easily distracted by social media and the technology they have before them. Some states have made texting and driving illegal, but what is it they're really doing to help decrease texting and driving? Some states are even considering texting and driving as drinking and driving. In Madison Margolin's 2016 article called Busted Textilizer Device Could Detect Texting and Driving, she mentions that over 3,000 people have been killed by distracted driving every year. She continues in her article touching on the fact that at least 25% of accidents are caused by individuals texting or using their phones while they're driving. Margolin brings up a new device that New York is using to crack down on people that text and drive. The textilizer is essentially the same thing as a breathalyzer in the way that upon pulling someone over, the police can use this special program to see whether or not the individual has been texting, using social media, taking a selfie while they have been driving. Margolin says, many privacy advocates, however, worry that the device would be used to sidestep the paperwork currently required to acquire a subpoena or warrant to search a phone. This aspect of the textilizer could be something that is considered an invasion of privacy, but when looked at through other eyes, this could be seen as something that could help save a lot of lives. Even though this program can potentially be used to help, we still have the fact that not every state has made texting and driving illegal, and it is still happening all over. There are so many things that could go wrong when taking your eyes off the road, even for a second, whether it is looking at your phone or even talking with someone else in the car with you. In the transcript of the 2016 showing of the Diane Rem show, said by Jeff Larson, but on the other hand, we're losing it because the technology is advancing faster than we can change attitudes and the law. This statement, if thought about for a moment, reads very true. With technology, we may not even need our phone to text, but it does take this away the scare of getting hurt from texting and driving. Even though cars and devices can text or call people for you, we still have to interact with that piece of equipment to get it to work. More technology is becoming available in our cars by the use of Bluetooth and our systems in our cars. Another quote from the Diane Rem show from a David Strayer says, all of the social media interactions and so forth now just become an extension of the car, and so we're putting distractions right at the fingertips of the drivers, which is a really bad idea. Even with the realization, people still think it is a good idea to operate some kind of technology while driving. As much as this needs to stop, everyone is guilty of doing some kind of distracted driving, whether it is eating, putting on makeup, texting, or messing with social media, and this will need a lot more work. Something that definitely needs more attention is the use of cell phones with the younger generation. Ashley Halsley's 2016 article entitled More Teenage Motorists Are Texting and Using Social Media report states the report found that in almost 60% of teen crashes, the driver was distracted by something in the 6 seconds leading up to the crashes. In about 12% of all cases studied, the distraction was cell phone use. Something as simple as putting your phone down and keeping your eyes on the road is something that everyone takes for granted so often. With technology so much a part of our lives, a simple concept like this can truly help save many lives. Another quote from Halsey's article says, this shows that teen drivers can be a risk to everyone on the road, and it is important to regulate their actions when behind the wheel. This quote is very much true as well, but not every accident is caused by a teen driver. So many other wrecks are caused by adults. Texting and driving may be something considered to be a thing with teenagers, but everyone does it, not only teenagers. So it is best to check yourself and the people you care for and make sure they know how dangerous this kind of driving can be. First, I told you about some state regulations behind texting and driving. Second, I told you about some of the technology involved. And finally, I told you about teen drivers and how texting and getting on social media affects these drivers. So from this, I hope you learned some of the dangers of texting and driving, as well as to tell the other people who are important to you that it is important to always be aware of your surroundings and that texting can wait until you're out of the car. Thank you.